So we're going to need a bolster. I haven't really decided what else we need, but I've got a block here just in case, belt, just in case. But bolster I want to start with. All right, I'm in the back. I'm in the back. It comes from the knees into the chest. This is there's one teacher I did training with. She called this arriving. So you get rid of the day. That's easier said than done. Let's feel the back. From side to side. And then bring your knees together. Put your hands onto your knees and draw a circle. I haven't started with the breath yet. Just feeling the back of the pelvis. Draw a circle in the same direction. In the same direction. Glue the knees together. Draw the circle. And then take them in the other direction. So it's a small circle. Knees are together. Small circle. Knees are together. Small circle. All right. So that's the back of the pelvis. And I'll come back to the middle. And then we do the parting knees one. So you part the knees, push them forward together and up through the midline. So we're just oiling up the hip joints too. Okay. And if you've just done that one out of habit, then you can do the one with the knees glued together. And then go in the other direction. So there's all kinds of little rolls you can do on your back. One of them will suit you. All right, and so now knees together. Put your hands onto your shins, just below the knees. And then squeeze the knees in. Squeeze. Oh, you feel your back pressing down onto the floor. And then let go a little bit. And then do that again. Squeeze. So it's just like someone standing above you and pressing down. Pressing, pressing, pressing. Pressing the thighs into the chest and the spine on the floor. And the tailbone is lifting. And then let go a little bit. And then do that one more time. Squeeze in, squeeze. Harder at the end of the day if you've eaten lunch. Now that you're squeezing in, roll from side to side. Now that your tailbone is lifted a little bit. Now that your pelvis is up a little bit. You're massaging a little higher up the back. All right. Straighten your left leg. So you've got your right knee to the chest. So one of the bolts on the left side of the mat. It's just about kind of hip level. Okay. And you fill out the lungs. Exhale. With your exhalation, just squeeze the knee in. Squeeze the knee towards the shoulder. Now we're starting with the breathing. Inhale. Inhalation is just filling up with energy, filling up with air, and then exhale. That's when you squeeze in. That's when you get the experience of the posture. And do that again. See what you're feeling. Inhale. And empty the lungs. Exhale. Squeeze it in. Squeeze it in. Right. So here's what we're going to do, turn it into a twist. And the reason we've got the bolsters there is we want to just relax the lower leg onto the bolster. So put your left hand outside the knee, the right hand out to the side, draw the leg over the body. You can put the instep onto the bolster. Maybe the rest of the leg follows, maybe it doesn't. Mine takes a few breaths. All right, here's what I want everyone to do. Whether your shoulders are stable on the floor or not, just walk your torso, press your elbows down, walk your torso over to the left side of the mat. So that drops the right shoulder down a little bit more. And it gives a bit more of a twist. All right, now the breathing. So you've got the posture, you've got the shape. Now the breathing. Inhale. It's that upward direction. And then exhale. It's that downward direction. Inhale, ribcage goes up to the ceiling. Empty the lungs, exhale, everything softens down towards the floor, everything. Inhale, ribcage up. Even the knee underneath your hand, even that rises a little bit. And then exhale, you can tell your left arm, be heavy, be heavy. Not pulling, just being encouraging. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Just see how that's feeling. Before we come out of this posture, where are you feeling this? Because it's different depending on what you've been doing today. Sitting at the desk, running long runs, injuries. So oftentimes I feel it a lot over my hip. Today it's glutes and a little bit of hamstring. You might get IT band. You might feel it further up into the back of the waist. Today, for me, I don't usually feel it. This is glute day today. That's what I'm feeling. So just notice where you're feeling yours, and let's see what the other side has to say for itself. So come on up. And just move the bolster over. So I can go onto the right side. So you pull the left knee into the chest. Interlace your fingers around the left knee, and then you inhale. Exhale. Just gives the knee a little bit of a squeeze towards the left shoulder. Nice and gentle. And you inhale. Filling up with air, filling up with energy, anticipation, exhale. That's the experience of the posture. That's when you put a bit of effort in. And you inhale. To the lungs, exhale. Just a little squeeze. And see how this is feeling. And inhale. It's really worth doing. You know, if there's postures that you find really easy, you're not really sure why we're bothering with this, the day will come when you find out something about your body. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that's the backache that I had last week. You know, it'll reveal something. So it's really worth. And anyway, at the beginning of class, we just want small postures. We just want something easy to get into the body. All right, so put your right hand outside the left, move the left hand out to the side, draw the leg over the body. So your instep goes onto the bolster, maybe the whole of the lower leg, maybe we need a few breaths to do that. And then whether your left shoulder is down or rising a little bit, wherever your left shoulder is, press your arms down, lift up your back ribs and move over to the right. Move over to the right. Drop the left shoulder a lot. All right, can you see how that's more twist? And then the breathing, inhale. And then exhale, everything softens. And inhale. Ribcage up to the ceiling, everything lifts just a little bit, and then exhale, everything drops, softens, releases, lets go. Let go, let go, let go. Inhale. Inhale, there's no effort there, just filling up with air, filling up with energy, and then exhale. And tell your right arm, be a little heavy, a little heavy. And fill up the lungs. So on this side, my lower leg is easy on the bolster, on the other side, it took a few breaths. So where are you feeling it on this side? Is it like the last side? Is there anything going on? So for me, the main stretch is up in my arm. It's up on the bicep. Left bicep, a little bit of armpit. That's where the intensity is. Everything else, nothing really. Nothing really. All right, and then come back up. And you can just pull the knees into the chest. Just a little roll. Little roll from side to side. So put the feet down onto the floor, knees up to the ceiling. This is the second twist. The idea of this one is that it goes a little bit further into your lower back. Let's see. So knees are up, feet are a little bit apart. Can you flatten your back? Lift up your back ribs, move them up the mat, so your caterpillar, up the mat a little bit. And drop your knees over to the left. Before you do anything else, fill up the lungs. And empty the lungs. Tell the legs be heavy, heavy, heavy. So we'll drop the knees over to the left. That means we're looking at the right leg. The leg in the middle. Where are you feeling? Just see how it feels. Tell the leg be heavy, heavy, heavy. Let go, let go, let go. Let go. If you want extra intensity, a bit of weight, you can pick up your left foot and just hook it onto the right leg. Now, if that's too much, take it off. We can always get there. Can we do that same thing with the rib cage? Can you press your arms down, lift up your ribs? Can you move your torso to the left a little bit? And flatten the back a bit more. And you inhale. Exhale, tell your right leg, relax. Let go, tell the glute, let go. Tell the hip, let go, let go. You inhale. And exhale, so if you're using the left leg, you can tell your left leg, be heavy, let go. Let go, let go. And then inhale, feel the rib cage going up to the ceiling. And then exhale, feel the rib cage dropping down to the back ribs down to the floor. Relax the back ribs down to the floor and inhale. Exhale, tell the right leg relax, left leg be heavy, rib cage relax down to the floor. Relax the lower back ribs. And you fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Relax the lower back ribs, relax the arch of the back. Couple more breaths here. Where are you feeling this? Once again, this has moved for me today. So there's a possibility of the glutes, and there's a possibility of the lower back. I've got a whole lot of quad going on, close to the D, not high up in the quad, low down in the quad, on the right side. So that's my first time of feeling that posture there. Be careful of the knees. If the knees don't like it, you take intensity off. All right, let's come off anyway and come back up. Reset your back, flatten your back. Caterpillar, and then drop your knees over to the right. Dropping the knees over to the right means we're looking at the left leg. And fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs, tell the left leg, be heavy, relax, 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 relax. If that's okay, you can pick up your right foot and put it on the left leg. You can never tell by looking if someone's at their full extent of the stretch before they pick up the right foot, the left foot on the other side. You can never tell, we all feel it, so if it's too much, you just wait there. All right, and fill up the lungs, inhale. Exhale, tell the left leg relax. Relax, left leg relax. Inhale. Exhale, tell the left leg relax. And if you're using the right leg, tell the right leg, be heavy. Add a bit of weight, be heavy. Oh, what we did on the other side, you press your arms down, lift up your rib cage and move over to the right a little bit. And you inhale, nice. And empty the lungs, exhale. Left leg be heavy, right leg be heavy. Back ribs relax. Inhale, rib cage up to the ceiling. Exhale, front ribs down to the back ribs down to the floor. Lower back ribs, relax, relax, relax the whole of the back. Couple more like that. And exhale. So where are you feeling this? You've got a whole chunk of the back of the waist. You inhale. You've got right across the hips, that's the possibility. A bit of IT band, a bit of glute, bit of quad. One more like that, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Right, you can take the foot off, come back up. Here's what we're going to do to straighten the legs. Just straighten the legs. And you're going to flap your feet in and out. So windscreen wipers, close together and away. Just flap the legs in and out. You can feel that oiling up the hips. So I want to do a little bit of hamstring, and then we'll get into pigeon pose. Might be good to do inner thigh first. So feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling. This is half happy baby. Very different to full happy baby. So bring the right knee into the chest, right elbow on the outside, inside of the knee. Forearm crosses in front of the shin, hold onto the foot from the outside of the foot. And then you show the sole of the foot up the ceiling. Look at the shape of the leg. That's not going to change much. That's not going to change much at all. Inhale. And then exhale. Just squeeze the foot down towards the knee, down towards the floor. And inhale, let it go a little bit, let it drift a little bit. And then exhale and squeeze. Feel that hamstring stretch. If we were the other way up and facing the floor, this would be lizard pose. Inhale. Let it go a little bit, back to neutral. And then exhale, squeeze it down a bit, squeeze. Inhale up a little bit. Exhale down a little bit. It hardly moves, that must be 10 millimeters. Inhale up a little bit. Exhale down a bit. Knee down towards the floor. And inhale. Then exhale. If you have the kind of hips that lets the knee come down to the floor, actually, you can start thinking about foot behind the head. Unless you've got that, don't even think about it. Bust your knee. All right, put the foot down, and then the other side. Left knee into the chest, left elbow on the inside of the knee. Forearm crosses in front of the shin and hold onto the outside of the foot. And show the sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Look at that shape. That's going to stay pretty much like that. Inhale. That's your neutral. Exhale, pull down just a little bit. And then inhale up a little bit. Exhale down a little bit. Nice ujjayi breathing. Inhale up a little bit. Exhale down a little bit. One more like that, inhale. Exhale. So there should be quite a hamstring stretch going on here. Might feel it a little bit in the glutes. One more, inhale, let it drift a little bit. Exhale, draw it down a little bit. See how far away you are from the floor. I'm about a mile away, so I'm just not going to think about foot behind the head. All right, and then release. And again, we're going to straighten the legs. Just to let it iron out a little bit and just do a little bit of windscreen wipers. Just shake it a little bit. Feet in, feet out. Just flapping the toes in and out, in and out, in and out. All right. So let's do, what should we do first? I think we'll do inner thigh stretch first. So feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling. Just drop the right knee out to the side. Drop. And then walk the foot up underneath the left thigh. Walk, walk, walk. And your left hand can go and get it to help you. There's this, the goal is not holding onto the foot, really. The goal is to put the knee in the middle of the mat. So the knee is pointing directly down. And if you lift your head, you're looking straight down at your knee. And then the back might have twisted a little bit. So we're just going to flatten the back. Flatten. If you can lift up your back ribs and move them up the mat a little bit, that would be really great. Just trying to lower the arch of the back. And you might already feel that pull in the thigh stretch. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Tell your right leg relax. Tell your back ribs to relax. Lower back ribs to relax. That's the two ends of the stretch. All right. And you can stay there if you want to. Inhale. Exhale, tell the right leg relax. Tell the arch of the back relax. Back ribs, lower back ribs, relax. If you want more intensity, you pick up the left knee. You have options. You can interlace your fingers around the left knee. And then some people like to hold on to the foot. So you've got the left hand on the foot, the right hand on the knee. Anything like that. Fill up the lungs, inhale. And empty the lungs and tell the right leg relax. Relax, relax. And we fill up the lungs, inhale. Exhale, tell the right leg relax. Tell the back ribs relax. Tell the lower back ribs relax. Inhale. Exhale, tell the right leg relax. Tell the lower back ribs to relax. Tell the arch of the back relax. Inhale. Exhale, tell the right leg relax. Tell the lower back ribs, the arch of the back to relax. Back of the pelvis relax. Inhale. Empty the lungs. Exhale, tell the right leg relax. The whole of the back relax. And one more. Inhale. Exhale, tell the right leg relax. Arch of the back relax. Relax, 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 release, release. All right. And then knees into the chest. Oh, just to close it off. Squeeze it in. Let's start again. Feet onto the floor. Knees up to the ceiling. Drop the left knee. Bump. Just drop it out this side. And I want the knee pointing over there. So walk the foot up underneath. The right thigh, the right hand can go and get it. Put the knee in the middle of the mat. All right, and then is the torso all up and over the place? So flatten, pick up your back ribs, flatten, 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 flatten. The more you can flatten the arch of your back, you might feel that pull lifting your left leg up. And then when you turn your left leg, relax, relax, let go, let go, let go. You might feel the arch of your back lifting up. Okay, so we want both. Inhale. Exhale. Tell your left leg relax. Relax, 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 relax. And you can stay there if you want, or you can pick up the right leg. Either interlace your fingers on the right knee, or it's just your left hand on the right knee. And the right hand only holding onto the foot. Oh. One side will be more intense than the other. Inhale. Exhale, tell your left leg relax. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, tell the right leg relax. Your left hip relax. If you're using the left leg, We inhale. And exhale, relax the back ribs, lower back ribs, left leg, right hip. And we inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale until the left leg relax. Lower back ribs relax, arch of the back relax. Relax the arch of the back. Inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Relax the left leg, relax the arch of the back, relax the back of the pelvis. And then one more, inhale. Exhale. Ooh. One side might be more intense than the other. All right, and then pull the knees into the chest. Oh, squeeze. So the next one is the pigeon pose. So that really is a glute one. That's a glute targeting one. We'll do it on the back and we'll do the other version, up the other way as well. So the feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling, pick the right foot up, bend at the knee, bring the outside edge of the foot, the blade of the foot, right in the middle of the left thigh, right in the middle. And then lift up the left leg, interlace the fingers around the thigh. Have lovely long arms around the knee. If the head comes up, that's okay, but just put something underneath the head. And relax the shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your shoulders and your arms. And that might pull the knee in a little closer. That might give you more of a glute stretch on the right side. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the shoulders and arms. Think also about the pelvis and the tailbone sinking down. Inhale. Just filling up with air, just filling up with energy. Exhale, relax the shoulders and the arms. Relax the pelvis and the tailbone. That's a whole lot of glute stretch. Inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. I think it might be gluteus maximus though, now I'm thinking about it. And fill up the lungs, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. There's definitely a bit of hamstring in there. One more for luck, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. All right. And then put the feet down, put the left foot down, put the right foot down. And give it a little shake. And then the other side. Nice. Absolutely lovely. Feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling, left foot up. Bend at the knee, outside edge of the foot on the right side. Interlace the fingers underneath the right side. Maybe you want to put your hands around the shin. Maybe the head comes up. Put something underneath the head. Relax your shoulders down. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Relax the shoulders and arms. And that might pull the right knee towards you just a tiny bit. You really only need millimeters to get a stretch. Think about the muscle. It's not going to stretch a yard. It's not going to stretch anything like that. It might give you another millimeter. Fill up the lungs in there. Exhale, relax the shoulders and the arms. Relax the pelvis and the tailbone down to the floor. And fill up the lungs, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Relax the shoulders and the arms, relax the pelvis and the tailbone. And you inhale. One more like that. Exhale. Relax the shoulders and the arms. Relax the pelvis and the tailbone. And see where you're feeling this. Is it glutes? Is it gluteus maximus? Is it hamstring? We'll do a side body stretch to try and get to the hip and the gluteus minimus. One more. Inhale. And empty the lungs. Exhale. All right, and then release. Oh, put the feet down. Just have a stretch, straighten your legs. Ooh, just have a stretch. And point your toes, point and point and point and point and point and point and point, and then flex, push your heels away, flex and flex and flex. Teacher always used to start a class like this. One more point. And flex. So here's how we're going to start the side body stretch. Feet onto the floor, knees up to the ceiling, and you're going to lift up your pelvis, going to move it over to the right, and you're going to put it down. So look at you, you're all out of alignment now. Your hips are over to the right side of the mat, and the feet are in the middle, the torso is in the middle. And then can you straighten your legs? But can you straighten your legs over to the left top corner of the mat? So what have we got? We've got the feet on the left corner, we've got the hips on the right side. Okay, and then can you press your arms down and lift up your rib cage, and can you move it over to the left? It might not be much by now, because we don't want to roll the hips over, we want to stay as flat as possible. But the feet are on the left, hips are on the right, and the shoulders are going over towards the left. This is banana shape posture. This is banana shape posture. Can you interlace your fingers and take your arms overhead? With your left hand, you can hold on to your right wrist and just take it over to the left a little bit more. So you're just adding to your crescent movement, your banana shape. So here's what I want to try. Bring your attention to your left foot. Pick it up and just put the ankle onto the right ankle. So you're just kind of hooking it in place. And so your right hip and your right rib cage is really jutting out to the right. Let's try the other side and see if that suits you. So put the left foot back, pick up the right foot and put the ankle on top of the left ankle. You're trying to keep flat on the floor. Maybe you can walk your right hand over to the left a bit more. All right, so we have the banana shape posture. Inhale, breathe into your right rib cage. Empty the lungs, exhale. What are you feeling here? There's the right armpit and the right arm. Fill up the lungs, empty the lungs. There's the right rib cage and there's the right waist. Getting a stretch. And we inhale, breathe into the right lungs. Breathe into the right rib cage. Empty the lungs, and can you feel anything in the leg? Can you feel any IT band? And fill up the lungs, inhale. Breathe into that right rib cage and exhale. Soften, soften, soften down to the floor. Soften, soften. Inhale. Exhale. So you're trying to keep your hips pointing up to the ceiling like car headlights, not rolling over. Trying our best not to roll over. One more like that. Inhale. And then empty the lungs, exhale. All right, just draw your feet in, so your feet are on the ceiling and your knees are up to the ceiling and your feet are on the floor. And then you just gently put yourself back in the middle. And you can pull the knees into the chest. It'll roll from side to side. And then let's see what the other side has to say for itself. So feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling. Lift up the hips, move over to the left, put the hips down, put the pelvis down. Just check out the hips, they're pointing straight up like car headlights. We're going to try not to have them pointing over to the wall, that's all. Hips are straight up. All right, straighten your legs to the right corner of the mat. Straighten your legs to the right corner of the mat. Where are the hips? Are they still pointing up? All right, just gently, just tiny bit by tiny bit, move your torso over to the right side of the mat. Where are your hips? They're still pointing upwards. Stretch your hands, interlace your fingers and stretch your arms up overhead. And now your right hand takes hold of your left wrist and draws you over to the right a bit more. Oh, here we go, that's a stretch. That was straight into my waist. Let's try with the right foot. So you put the right foot on the left. That's kind of nice because if this is enough for you, that just kind of locks you in there. That's quite a nice place to be. But let's try with the other side and see if you like that. Put the right foot down. The left foot, keep your hips square to the ceiling. The left ankle onto the right ankle. Oh my goodness, that's a whole lot of stretch on this side. It's like an entirely different body. Inhale. So you're breathing into the left rib cage now. Empty the lungs, exhale. It's long inhalation. Hips are pointing straight up. You haven't rolled over onto your right side. Inhale. Breathe into your left rib cage, your left lung, and you exhale. Where are you feeling this? Is it armpit and arm? Is it rib cage? Is it waist? Inhale. Across the hip. Anything across the hip? Can you feel the gluteus medius? And can you feel any IT band? Like the lungs. And empty the lungs. And then we'll do one more here. Inhale. Really breathe into the left rib cage. Empty the lungs, exhale. All right, and then release. So you bend your knees, put your feet onto the floor, bring your pelvis back into the middle. Nice and gently relax your arms, squeeze into the chest, little roll from side to side. So there's one more that I want to do on the floor. It involves the belt. It doesn't have to involve the belt. Kind of useful if you've got a belt. And if you haven't, we'll just use the hand. So you're going to hook the belt around the right foot. Straighten out the left foot. Already that's good. Already that's good. All right. So that's your belt around your right foot. Your left hand is going to hold onto both sides of the belt, and you can even wrap the belt around your hand, so you've looped it around your hand. Okay. So your right hand is going to go out to the side. Guess where your foot is going to go? To the left. So your left leg is straight. Your right hand is out to the side, and you're slowly going to draw the leg across the body. Just let it sink really slowly. Let it sink really slowly. This is what it looks like. It doesn't have to go far. It doesn't have to go far. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Doesn't have to go far. So if it goes too far, it means you've twisted over and we've lost the stretch. We're looking for the outside of the leg. That might be the outside of the calf. It might be the outside of the upper thigh, and it might be gluteus medius. That's what I'm hoping for. Fill up the lungs, inhale. So your shoulders are down on the floor and stable, they haven't moved. Inhale. If they have, take your foot a little bit higher, reset. Exhale, let the foot just fall across the body. Inhale. I've got a whole lot of calf going on. So the calf is made up of the solaris, is that right? And the gastrocnemius. I think the gastrocnemius is the inner one. I think, I can't remember. So I've got the outside of the calf going on here. And fill up the lungs, inhale. And empty the lungs, exhale. One more like that. And then rise a bit with your inhalation. Exhale, let it fall a little bit with your exhalation. All right, and then come back up. Ooh. How's that? All right, and then straighten the legs and you put the belt around the left foot. I'll show you another way of trying to get into that area Maybe further up the leg, maybe further into the IT band. I'll show you that next. Well, this is already good. This is already a nice hamstring stretch. If you're watching this on playback, pause here, pause, and just wait here. So you're going to hold on to both sides of the belt with your right hand, and you can loop the belt around your hand. You can loop it. All right, so your left hand goes out to the side. Slowly, slowly draw the leg across the body, slowly. Let's not collapse. Let's not go too far, just slowly. Just slowly take the leg over the body and see what you come across. You just want to find a nice place where it can just sit there, be comfortable, and then it can be heavy. Inhale. Oh, same on this side. I've got the calf going on. See what you've got going on. Inhale. Now you can rise a little bit. Exhale, you can fall a little bit. Inhale, you can rise a little bit. Exhale, you can fall a little bit. Inhale. You just have to fill up with air with your inhalation. You don't have to do anything. Then exhale. That's where you put a bit of effort in. Go back into intensity. Inhale, you can come out of intensity a little. Exhale, you can go back in. Nice. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. All right, and then come back up. I'll show you another way of doing exactly that. You might prefer it. Let's just see. So your knees are into the chest. Nice and close. Don't let the knees drift away to a right angle. Just draw them in. Arms out to a T. Drop the knees to the left. So this is what happens when you drop the knees over to the left. The knees go off. Oh, away, away, away. What are you doing over there? Come back up here. Draw the knees in. And then what's happening to the right shoulder? Is it lifting? Can you walk your torso over to the knee side of the mat, to the left side of the mat? And really get that shoulder down. All right, this is quite a lot of twists going on here. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Relax the legs. Relax, 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 relax. Inhale, ribcage goes up to the ceiling. Exhale, ribcage comes down to the back ribs. Back ribs down to the floor, relax the shoulders. And you inhale. Exhale, tell the legs relax, 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 relax. What are you feeling here? Is it the leg? Is it the waist? Is it ribcage? Inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. So this is how we do something similar to the previous posture. Your left hand is on your top knee, outside the top knee. So bring the top knee towards your chin. And then the left hand can slide down the outside of the calf. And then hold on to the outside of the foot. And inhale. And then exhale, push the foot into the hand. So in effect, you've got your arms out to a T. And your right foot is in your left hand. Oh my goodness. What are you feeling? I've got hamstring going on here. Inhale, bend the knee, inhale. And then exhale, push the foot into the hand. Oh, I've got a bit of glute going on. Oh. And inhale, bend the knee, inhale. And then exhale, push the foot into the hand. And definitely I've got a bit of calf again. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, push. Oh my goodness. Inhale, bend the knee. Inhale. Exhale, push the foot into the hand. Push. And then one more like that. Inhale. And then exhale, push the foot into the hand. All of these postures we're doing, there's quite a lot of opportunity, a lot of choice. It's like a buffet. All right, and then come back. Come into the knees, into the chest. From side to side. We'll see what the other side has to say for itself. If you can't get the hand around the outside edge of the foot, you can always use the belt And think about holding the belt, you're kind of pretending to do the full thing. So you hold on to it as close to the foot as possible. All right, keep the knees nice and close, arms out to a T, drop the knees over to the right. And if the knees have drifted away, and you've kind of got a 90-degree angle in the waist, I don't want 90 degrees, draw the knees up towards your chin a bit more. And then let's just wait here for this twist. Lift up your shoulders, lift up your rib cage, move over to the right, shuffle over to the right, shimmy over to the right. So you're giving yourself a whole lot of twist, a whole lot of back twist. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Empty the lungs, tell your shoulders to relax, your arms to relax, back ribs to relax. Inhale, rib cage goes up to the ceiling. Exhale, front ribs down to back ribs down to the floor. Lower back ribs. Inhale. There's a lightness with the inhalation. The heaviness with the exhalation. Melting, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Inhale. Exhale. All right, so your top knee, your right hand is on your top knee. Bring the top knee towards your chin and slide the hand down the outside edge of the foot. And grab hold of the outside edge of the foot. And if you're using your belt, you're holding as close to the foot as possible. So your hand is even touching the foot. Inhale. And then exhale, push the foot into the hand. So you've ended up with your arms out to a T and your left foot in the right hand. Inhale, bend the knee, inhale. Exhale, have another go, push the foot into the hand. Straightening the leg, over to the right. Inhale, bend the knee. And then exhale, push the foot into the hand. I've hardly got anything going on here. I've got a little bit of hamstring, I think a little bit of IT band. Hardly anything. Not like the other side at all. Two entirely different bodies. Inhale, bend the knee, inhale. Exhale, push the foot into the hand. Push, straighten the leg, straighten, straighten, straighten. One more like that, inhale. And then empty the lungs, exhale. Ooh. And a little bit behind the knee as well. All right, and then come back up. Oh, knees into the chest. Roll from side to side. Roll yourself up. We've still got work to do. Come over onto your hands and knees, little bit of cat and cow. Ooh. All right, so I like it when we do anything involving the knee on the floor. I like to have padding. So if you can pad up underneath the left knee, we'll do hip flex. So we'll be doing a whole lot of glute and back of the leg. Let's do a little bit of the front. All right. Hands onto your hips, slide your hands back, point your elbows back, inhale. And then exhale, just send the right knee forward, drop down. Just notice if the torso wants to come forward, don't let it drop back. And then inhale up. We can let that foot just go forward, scooch forward just a tiny bit. And then exhale forward. Inhale up, inhale. Exhale forward, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale forward, exhale. Inhale up, inhale. Exhale. Well, let's have a look at the other side. The parallel underneath the right and the left foot forward. You can have the ankle just to the forward of the knee, or a little bit more forward, somewhere there. Inhale. And then exhale to the left knee forward. Inhale up, inhale. Elbows back, heart up, inhale. And then exhale forward, exhale. Inhale up, inhale. Exhale forward, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale forward, drop down. See where you're feeling this. I'm looking for hip flexor really, that's the point of this, top of the quad. One more, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Okay. All right then, come on. Downward facing dog. So tuck your back toes under, take the right foot back. Downward facing dog. A little walk and then bend your left knee, push your right heel down. So that should be a solid calf stretch, both sides. Both muscles of the calf. Just keep staying there, just staying there. And see where else you're feeling this. Maybe you've got Achilles going on, have you got back of the knee going on? Have you got hamstring going on? Any glute, any sole of the foot at the other end? Let's see what the other side has to say for itself. Bend your right knee, push the left heel down. Solid calf stretch. Up the lungs. Exhale, push your hands into the mat, push your way. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Lovely long inhalation, fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs, exhale. All right, come back to neutral and put your knees down. We're going to pad up underneath the left knee, but I want the bolster behind you. We're going to do the same. We're going to do the hip flexor stretch again. Slightly different though. So your knee is padded up, but your foot is lifted. So when we do the hip flexor stretch that we've just done, we have the option to stay here, or maybe we have the option to pick up the foot and make it much more of a quad stretch. But we're going to start there. We're going to start a little bit lifted. So your right foot comes forward. Your right foot comes forward. Inhale. And then exhale, just drop down. How's that feeling? Is that any different? Inhale, up, inhale. Exhale, forward, exhale. Is that still at the top of the quad? Is that a little bit further into the body, into the belly of the muscle? Inhale up. Maybe you can pick up the back foot, maybe you can reach it. Maybe it's enough for you to stay there. Tuck the toes under, make it a little bit higher. Inhale. And then exhale, drop down. Okay, if you tuck the toes under, it goes a little bit further down to the belly of the muscle. Inhale up. And if you lift up the foot, much further down. Inhale. So with the inhalation, we don't necessarily go up now, we just give it a little bit of release and then exhale and try and relax into it. Inhale. I went to a yin class one. We had this for ages, ages and ages. Ages and ages. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Just being a bit heavier with your exhalation, a bit heavy. One more like that, inhale. All right, so I quite like that. People that can't reach can stay there or tuck the toes under. Some of us can pick up. All right, let's have another go on the other side. So you pad up underneath the right knee. Big believer in padding. Left foot comes forward. So let's have a couple of goes here. Inhale. And then exhale, send the left knee forward. Does that feel very different or not so different? Maybe. Inhale, come up. You could try tucking the toes under. Inhale. And then exhale. Yeah, that feels different. I'd happily stay here. I think that's a good place to be. On this side. On the other side, not so much. Inhale. Maybe you want to pick up the foot. And then exhale, drop forward. Does that work for you? Does it bend with the toes tucked under? You don't always have to go to the last option. And so now we don't go up and down, up and down. Now we can just inhale, feel the lightness of the inhalation. Exhale, and feel that sinking quality of the exhalation. Inhale. With a little lightness, exhale. That's the nature of the inhalation, then exhale. A little bit of heaviness. Maybe I'm ready now. Maybe after another couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale. It's long inhalation, fill up the lungs. And then empty the lungs, exhale. All right, I think a downward facing dog now. So you can just push the bolster away, downward facing dog. Just to walk it out. Oh, nice walk. Side to side. All right. And so here's what I want you to do with your bolster to finish. Put it at the top of the mat. So everything about life brings the shoulders forward. So if you're a runner, it brings your shoulders forward. If you're a cyclist, shoulders forward. So we're going to put half of the back onto the bolster. You might need a block. You might need to lift your head up a little bit, and you might need to use extra block or a pillow. So look, half of your back is going to be on the mat. This is going to be, the bolster is going to start where your rib cage is. Somewhere there, not where your lumbar spine is. So the whole of the belly part of the spine is free. And if your head is on the bolster, is that too far back? Does it feel uncomfortable? Is the chin jutting up? Want to give your head a little bit more support, so your chin is tucked in just a little bit. So look at that, the chest is lifted and the shoulders, they've got space to draw back. Pretty nice. And so now we don't need Ujjayi breathing anymore. You can put the soles of the feet together if you want. If you don't get fed up though, you can just have them straight. And so now you're going to invite gravity to come along. Just cover you like a nice weighted blanket, heated in this weather, heated blanket, a weighted blanket, and it's drawing your shoulders down. And it's telling your shoulders, relax. And even though the breathing now is gentle, it's natural, it's setting its own rhythm and its own pace, it's doing its own thing. But still with your exhalation, a natural short exhalation, you can still feel that sense of dialing down with each exhalation. Let go by another millimeter. Let go by another 1%. Tell your shoulders draw back another tiny little bit. Tell gravity to come along and help you out. Draw the shoulders back. Just feel that sensation of melting, releasing, letting go, relaxing, just dialing down. Dialing down. Each time, each exhalation. You don't have to intervene, you don't have to do anything. Each exhalation, another 1%. Just another minute. Tell gravity to come along, draw the shoulders back. And feel that space that you have across the front of the shoulders. Let the shoulders sink back. Stretch out your fingers, wiggle your toes. Interlace your fingers, give yourself a stretch. Cross your legs, press your hands down, sit yourself up. You can do a little shoulder roll. You can take your chin all the way over to the right shoulder. And come back and chin all the way over to the left shoulder. All right, you come back to center, Namaste.